Hello everyone, my name is Pritam Paul and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is the third video of inspirational stories, and here in today's story is about a girl who basically belonged to Dharmanagar, and recently in 1920 session of PCS exam she got rank 1 in Tripura Civil Service exam. So here she is. Let's welcome Kaveri Nath. Hi Didi, how are you?
Hello, Pritam. I'm fine. I'm doing well. And thank you for having me here today.
Yeah, I am also really very honored to have you here on my channel. So let's start then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hello, everyone. My name is Kaveri Nath. As Pritam has already mentioned, that I'm basically from Dharmnagar, North Tripura. And I have done my primary schooling from Bir Bikram Institution, Dharmnagar. And then I went to Agartala and I did my secondary and higher secondary schooling from Maharani Tulsiwati Girls High Secondary School, Agartala. And after that, I went to MNIT, Malviya National Institution of Technology, and I did my BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering from there. And after that, I started preparing for civil services and then got into this Tripura Civil Services. And currently, I am posted as a Deputy Collector Probationer, that is TCS Probationer at SDM Office, Udaipur.
Okay. So it sounds really very interesting about your journey that means from engineering background to TCS. So it's a very interesting story. So let's start from the beginning. Let's start from your schooling at Dharmanagar.
Okay. In Dhamnagar, it was BBK institution. It's a very renowned institution there, and I had great 5 years of my life. And from class 1 to 5, I studied there.
Okay.
There's nothing much to tell. And since beginning, I mean from BBI itself, I was the first girl, I think. So it started at a very young age. After my primary, after my fifth class, that is primary education, my father got transferred to Agartala. So
Okay.
me along with my whole family, we came to Agartala, and up till class 12th, I was there in
Okay.
Agartala.
So means tell us about your means. Okay. What was your percentage and place at 12 exam in board exam?
I'll start from 10th board exam. In 10th board, I my rank was 1 in Tripura Board of Secondary Education, and my percentage was 94 point something percentage.
Okay.
And in my 12th board examination, my rank was third, and from the same Tripura Board of Secondary Education, and then my percentage was around 90%.
Okay. So it seems that you are really very good at academics. So how did you means boards plus entrance means how did you manage all these things, and what are the ranks you have got, and means how did you get into the MNIT Jaipur for your BTech courses?
I clearly don't remember what was the exact rank, but it was around, I think, 12 to 13,000,
Okay.
and it was in JE mains.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't prepare for JE advanced. I was, I mean, I mean, in 2013 itself, I gave my board exams, and then the joint examination was along with that. So I was very sure that I would get into some NITs, but for getting into some IITs, it takes a little bit extra effort and extra coaching. And in Tripura at that time in 2013, the infrastructure and coaching institutions were not that very much good. And
Yeah.
being from a Bengali medium's background, it was a bit difficult also. So there was nothing much for join JE mains. Just along with my boards, I used to go take the same coaching classes that were conducted by school teachers itself. So I
Okay.
got this rank, and then eventually I got
Okay.
into MNIT.
There is a very typical question that means if you means haven't you means any dream to be a doctor, or means is there any biology subject in your means 12 courses?
Actually, yeah, my mother wanted me to become a doctor, which I clearly did not want at that time,
Okay.
because biology books were so bulky. And after completing the 10th class examination, and I am not a studious student at all. I do a lot of things, so I'm not completely concentrated on the books and all these things.
Okay.
So, I mean, biology takes a lot of reading and remembering things, mugging up all these things, right? So
Also do not
it
compare.
was there as a subject, but
Okay.
and I also appeared for that exam in the final board exam. I appeared and I just got the passing mark. That's
Okay.
it. But
Okay.
I
So
had biology as a subject.
yeah. Okay. Okay. So as you have said that you have a lot of fascination about mathematics towards mathematics. So haven't you applied any Olympiad exams in mathematics in your school life?
Yeah, in I think twice I got rank. I think once was first or second in state level mathematics only, not that national Olympiad. State level mathematics Olympiad, I ranked once. I think third in that in the tenth. I think in tenth class there is one,
That
and in sixth class I think there is one. I
JMO.
appeared for both, and I got ranked also. Yeah. Junior mathematical Olympiad. Yeah.
Okay. So now let's jump to your BTech journey. Okay. So after going into MNIT Jaipur, what are the new things you have explored and what are the things, skills you have developed and all? So can you explain us about the whole BTech journey, 4 year journey?
Yeah, those 4 years is till now the best time of my life that I've spent. The college campus, the people, friends, and the professor, faculties, everyone was very nice. And I mean, the overall environment was quite friendly and very open kind of
Okay.
environment. So obviously, coming from a very small state like ours, and that too from a very middle class family, it was something. I mean, much more than you could ever expect, right?
Okay.
So yeah, and in the beginning, in the initial days, it was. I mean, the communication gap was there, right? Because I'm from a Bengali medium background, and then there people. I mean, English is not the language actually that was followed there. Hindi was the common language there. So it
Okay.
took me a little time, but eventually everything went very smoothly. In the first year, I think first two semesters, the CGPA was not that good. And CGPA, let me be very clear, I was not actually in the college days. Those 4 years, I mean, first time I got that much away from my home, right, out of the reach of my parents. So I was totally focused on enjoying the life.
Okay.
Nothing. I mean, I was a topper in my state, but there nobody knew me, right?
Yeah.
Nobody knew me. So I was a free soul, free bird. So gaining good marks or gaining good CGPA was really not the goal for me. It
Okay.
was everything came to me very smoothly. The journey was
Okay.
very smooth throughout the 4 years of my college life.
Okay. So after means second year and third year, haven't you done any internships or means training programs and all?
Yeah, since I think from second year only I've started. I've been doing various workshop, robotics workshop used to take place in our college itself. Then I did a lot of this short term training workshops, like government workshops itself, like from Doordarshan, from All India Radio, then BSNL. All this 15-20 days durations workshop I used to do. And then I think in in third year, in the starting of no in the summer breaks of third year, I think,
Mm-hmm.
in the summer breaks, in the winter breaks of second year, I think I did 1 month of this core Java course from HP from
Okay.
Kolkata.
Okay.
That was also that was also a very good experience for me, and I enjoyed that period too. And then in the third year of my college, I mean, after we had to do, everyone, you are
Yeah.
also an engineer, you must know this, that we have to do this summer
Small
internship of
internship.
after completion of third year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was the time. It is actually, it was something very significant in my life, because I had applied for research internship in various colleges, and I got into this Delhi Technological University for 2 years summer internship, research internship. And that 2 months, sorry, 2 months of internship, and that 2 months were very much significant in my life, because that was the first time I actually got to know that I have this interest towards research. And me, along with one of my batchmates from my college, we were there under the mentorship of Sri JB Panda sir, and we actually published the first journal of my life on digital audio watermarking.
Okay.
It was published in IJSER, International Journal of Scientific and Engineering Research.
Okay.
On it, the topic was on digital audio watermarking.
Okay. After
Yeah.
that, what
After
happened?
that, I mean, we were in the fourth year of our, I mean, last year of our college, right? So everyone had something in their mind what they want to do for their future after completion of their college, but I had nothing planned. I was only focusing on the time that I'm going to spend the last 1 year of my life in this college. I was only focused on that. After 1 year, what is going to happen, where am I going to go, what I'm going to do, either I'm going to do a job or not, I was really not concerned. So, and also I had this, I mean, I had developed this interest towards research, so I wanted to continue in that field. So I didn't sit for any single placement, I didn't sit for any corporate job, canvassing, and I was only focused on this research thing. And we, along with my batchmate, we continued on this digital audio watermarking thing, and eventually we came up with two new algorithms that we used in two new paper,
Okay.
research paper. And yeah, and that was also a very very good experience, and those two papers were published in two of the international conferences conducted by IEEE. So we went there, we presented our paper. It was a whole new experience for us and very much enriching, I would say.
Okay.
So all these things that I did
Yeah.
was leading me to somewhere, leading me to apply for MS in abroad.
Okay. So how did you prepare? Means how
So
did you apply, and what are
eventually,
the exams you have given for applying the foreign universities? And which country you
okay,
have focused on, USA or Europe or any other continent?
see, my parents were not that sure whether to send me outside or not. They were like, okay, try karo, do try, but there's nothing of that kind of an complete assurance from our side कि भेजेंगे ही, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. You go on, keep trying, utilize this time. That was their exact words. And then I understood one thing, that they are in no, I mean, kabhi bhi they are not going to send me to USA or to other countries. I have few of my relatives who are there in England, in London. So I was, I mean, I thought that they may send me to there, and they even told me themselves that okay, do try in England and nearby countries. So England was in my list, and Scotland, it is a neighboring country, so it was in my list. So I applied a few of the prestigious colleges in England, and University of Edinburgh, which is a very prestigious university that is there in Scotland.
Yeah.
And the courses that I applied was were also related to somewhere related to the kind of research that I have done. Okay, so yeah, I applied, and the exams that I gave were, I in England you need not have to give this GRE thing.
Yeah.
You only, yeah, only IELTS or TOEFL would do. So
Okay.
I gave IELTS,
Okay.
and my overall band score was 7. And I mean, I fulfilled all the criterias, and I eventually got into all of the colleges that I applied. And finally, I shortlisted this one single college, that is King's College of London, and the course that I applied for there was MS in Electronics and Management. So it
Okay.
was a very interesting course, and so like doing MTech and MBA combined, combining these two things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was almost final actually that I would go to this college.
So
So
why didn't
next,
you go?
yeah, there is a very natural question to ask actually. Yeah. I already mentioned that my parents were not that much willing to send me outside
Okay.
because I am the only girl child, and then you understand very much this middle class mentality of Tripura parents. They want their child just in front of their eyes always.
Yeah.
So, and they also thought that I'll be going outside and I'll get settled there. I'm not going to come back again in India, and Tripura to बहुत दूर की बात है. So all these things actually played a great role, and then I was clearly seeing that they are not happy with my
Decision.
decision.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so finally they told me that you must prepare for the civil services examination, and please drop this idea of going abroad and doing MS and all. So
Okay.
I had to I had to drop my idea then. Yeah, the thing that I was telling ki preparing for civil services not some was also not something very alien to me. It was also somewhere in the back of my mind.
Okay.
In my 10th board examination, after I got rank, I actually told everyone that I'm going to become a civil servant. After 10th, people ask you, what are you going to be in your future, beta?
Okay.
So, you know, as a kid, I didn't know what was the job profile of a civil servant or how you are going to become a civil servant. But I just told that, no, no, I am going to become a civil servant. I mean, as a kid, the power, the respect that we used to hear this thing, right? Ki civil servant, IAS officer has a lot of power and all. So yeah, but I always wanted to, I enjoy studying very much. So I always wanted to do higher studies. But after that, I was very sure, I was very clear that I am going to give it a try, this civil services thing.
Okay. So after that, means you didn't go there, and means where you have keep prepared for means this one, and means
Yeah.
the CCS exam.
Yeah. So after this, I completed my graduation in the year 2017. So
Hmm.
after that, immediately I went to Delhi for preparing for civil services,
Okay.
and I was there for nearly 1.5 years,
Yeah.
taking coaching classes, doing all these things, and then I came back home in uh, 2017. So 2018 October November around, I think I came back at my place in Agartala,
Okay.
and in 2019 June the exams were there.
Okay. So, means after coming back home, means did you means have you went for means home or you stayed in Agartala for preparing purpose?
No, I was, I mean, I wanted to stay away from my family because I know if you are preparing something, preparing for this kind of exam with
Okay.
your family, staying with your family, it it is going to be very difficult. Because
Yeah.
when we are with our family members, they don't understand the gravity of the situation. They just keep on making casual family affairs are there. People are going to come. People are coming every day
Very
at your
distracting.
home.
Uh,
So disturbance, yeah, disturbance is always there. So yeah, so I was there in Agartala for nearly I think, yeah, up till prelims. I think 7 to 8 months. 8 months I was there in Agartala, and I did not visit it once in my at my place in Dharmnagar.
okay. So, would you like to say something about this 8 month journey of your single woman staying in Agartala for preparing for all these things? And would you like to say something about this journey? And for the TCS aspirant students, you would like to
Yeah,
suggest something?
I would like to suggest that this social affairs and family and friends affair, cut short these things. I mean, at least for this much duration, I was totally detached, totally in an isolation mode. Uh, I just a few months back, I think in July, I opened my Facebook again after I think 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
So this social media things and all this friendship and all, you should stay away from these things, because ultimately, ultimately you would only have your few of your family members and few of your friends with you. Okay, I mean, then what is the point of going on talking with a lot of people in the Facebook, a lot of making a lot of social circle,
Yeah.
and even in your extended family also,
Waste of
people are
time
not
and
going to be that
mental
helpful.
destruction is there.
Yeah, total waste of time to waste of energy, waste of emotion. So you should be totally focused on whatever you
How
want
many
to achieve in
hours
your
per
life.
day you have studied in average
uh,
in Delhi and
you
obviously
know
as well as in Agartala also?
In Delhi, there were coaching. I mean, both for GS and the optional paper, there were coachings. So I actually did not manage to to do self study much. But while I was in Agartala, it was complete self study. So I managed to give, I think, around 8 to 10 hours daily.
Okay,
Eight
and
to ten hours daily,
you were
and
managing your all of your home
yeah,
means cooking and means all the extra works at home means you have done by your own or uh,
no, I am a very privileged kid actually.
okay, that means I
No,
can understand.
there were yeah, there was a maid who used to come and do all the things. Only thing I had to do was
You have
study,
to study.
study, and study. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, this is needed. Otherwise, it is really very difficult to cook. After that, to do all these things, and after that, you have to motivate yourself for study. It's really very a hurdle itself. I can understand that because
Yeah.
I was in Delhi for 8 months and I just done all the things by my own. After that, I have to study. So
In Delhi, though, actually Delhi did not suit me at all. I mean, the weather, the kind of people, really, yeah, really did not suit me. And
especially
cooking
water.
food and yeah, especially water.
Okay, then. Okay. So the whole journey is going to end now. So at the end, would you like to suggest anything to your juniors who are doing BTech or who are preparing for TCS exams, or obviously who are applying for foreign universities also? Would you like to suggest something?
Uh,
That
First of
special
all, I would
mantra
like to
of your life,
tell
in short, I can say. Would you like to say?
special man. There's nothing special mantra, but I would like to say a few things. First of all, uh, please be clear about the things that you want in your life and the things that you don't want.
Okay.
Having something is good, but what you should not have, it is also very important. Okay. In my life, majority of my decisions were I don't want that thing, so I'm choosing this. This was majority of my decisions were made in this manner. Like I don't want to do medical, so I'm doing engineering, and I enjoy and not wanting that thing actually made me enjoy this thing. I'm not sure. I mean. What it is there for other people, but at least I think you should know what do you want in your life, but you should also simultaneously know that what you don't want in your life. Okay, so be clear about these things. Secondly, if you are like in our BTech, the college years, enjoy that 4 years of your life to the fullest. Don't just so focused of about your career and all. Okay, enjoying the process is a very essential thing. So enjoy the process that you are going through in your life. Be present. Whatever you are doing, do it, I mean, wholeheartedly. That is the second thing. Third thing is, if you are selecting something, I mean, like if you want to pursue further studies, okay, or uh, I mean, if you want to prepare for civil services, okay, you have that option in your hand, but simultaneously have a second option also. I mean, have a backup plan also. It is also necessary because life is something which we cannot predict actually. You never know how things are going to uh,
Change.
happen, how things are actually going to happen. We think that no, I am going to achieve this and that, but the universe may have some other plan for you. So have something in I mean, something in back of your mind or somewhere. Okay, so that if you fail in something, or if that thing does not get fulfilled, then you have something other, so that you would not be totally devastated or disheartened. Okay, so these are the three things. And yeah, fourthly, I would say that please go with the flow. Don't resist something. I mean, be open. Some people I see, I mean, they are very much strict with their life, that I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I only want this and only want that. Be a little bit flexible. Flexibility is something we every one of us need. So in the end, you know, accept the things that just the way they are and enjoy the process. Because
Okay.
ultimately what we want in life is satisfaction, right?
Yeah, that is the most important thing, I think.
Yeah, so if you are not accepting the current situation of yours, then you are never going to be satisfied.
Okay, then it was really nice talking to you. I hope the viewers have understood lots of things from you, and the story of yours might inspire other also, so that they could also prepare and they could also make their life by their own ways. Okay, as like as you. So thank you very much for giving me the time for the video. Okay, then
Because
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Tell me.
because this Tripura civil services or any kind of civil services exam, it takes a lot of time. You need to have patience in your life. Patience is the key to everything. So everything is not going to come to you as smoothly as you think. So please have patience and enjoy the process, and that's it. Ups and downs are part of every people's life. Okay, so just go on, keep on trying. That is the final mantra.
So thank you very much guys for watching this video. And if you like the video, share with your friends and subscribe the channel for more upcoming videos. And press the bell icon so every video could be reached to you through notification while uploaded. So this much for today. See you on the next video.